Hey everybody, I've been working on this recipe that has Black Sabbath, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and Queen involved. And it started out, I was listening to the Tony Iommi audiobook, and he's telling the story of when he gets married and John Bonham is his best man. And of course, the night before they go out and go to all the bars, they end up at this last bar and John Bonham orders 12 bottles of champagne. Tony Iommi thinks he's buying it for the rest of the bar to celebrate with them, but he was just buying it for Tony Iommi to drink by himself, which of course he declined. He was like, I can't drink 12 bottles of champagne by myself. I'm getting married tomorrow. I'll never show up. So he drinks one bottle. And John Bonham drinks the other 11. He has to get him home. His wife, Pat, won't let him into the house. He's worried he's not going to show up to the wedding, but of course he shows up, and the wedding's fine, with the help of some assistants.
I used to go out quite a bit with John. We used to go clubs and, I'd either go to his house and have a party, and he was quite a wild character, I might say. I remember one occasion when we went to a club. He'd just bought a new car, and he bought something like a Maserati. We were driving up the wrong way up this road, and I said, we're going the wrong way. He went, oh, it's all right. And he drove straight out, because in England we got the islands that you go round to go to different lanes. And he goes straight over the island. We got stuck on this island on the top, ripped all the bottom of this new car he'd got. Oh, no. So we had to get out and get a cab and get home. He left it there.
In the book, he tells the story of how Led Zeppelin shows up at the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath recording sessions, and they all jam together. I've never heard any tapes of this, and neither has Tony Iommi, but could you imagine these two superhero groups jamming together in the studio and just having a good time? Man, what would that sound like? Well, I could probably put Tony Iommi and John Bonham together if I took some of the stuff from the end of the Black Sabbath album, the first one, where it goes into just Tony Iommi playing by himself. You've got The Warning, Sleeping Village, and Wicked World, where there's all these different motifs that they're doing, and then it collapses and it's just the guitar and Tony Iommi's playing by himself. And I picked a bunch of stuff out of that and then try to put John Bonham together with it. It all started from there. So this was the first thing I honed in on. It's like, okay, well that could have a beat that goes to it pretty easily. And then this part, definitely gonna want that in there. And then I've got a whole bunch of other Tony Iommi licks that could easily fit into this song that I'm building. So I need something with that tempo. So I'm thinking, livinlovinmaid, it's got that. It's pretty much binga, a boom boom, a binga, a boom boom. Pretty close in the tempos. And then you've got all those livinlovinmaid licks that you could pop in. I need a bass line in D. Dearprudence. There's no better bass line than that. And then I can use some of the Dearprudence vocals. The song we did last week, Sheerheartattack, where it's got that chorus where it's like holding out a note. Sheerheartattack, which reminds me of Sweet Emotion, which reminds me of the Rolling Stones song, We Love You, which reminds me of Rain by the Beatles. So I could get that in there. I can show you. Turn some of the lines backwards like they do in the song anyway. maybe Rain and Sheer Heart Attack could work together. I bet they will. That is just one of my favorite musical pieces in any song ever. So beautiful.
I feel so.
And then maybe Freddie could sing the verses with some of his Sheer Heart Attack rantings. We're just gonna have to fill in the blanks.
Hey, 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 it was the TA.
Let's see if Tony Iommi and John Bonham fit together here. That works. Let's see if John Bonham and Paul McCartney work together. Yeah, they do. That works. So our song's gonna be in the key of D. All right, well, let's just go for it. Take it from the top, guys. I like it a lot. There's some weird movements in there, and I had to start some stuff in between the middle of measures, and but that's what you get when you're trying to jam all these things together. Wanting to hear what it would sound like if John Bonham, Tony Iommi, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Freddie Mercury, Roger Taylor, Brianmay,
Jimmypage.
all were playing together at the same time. Of course, there's some other, there's some vocals in there. I'm sure George Harrison's in on some of those background vocals. That's what it would sound like. I'm Francapitanelli, totally into the sound. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. And let me know if you know anything about Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin playing together. Send me a comment or any other comments that you have with regards to what we're talking about here today. All right, my friends. See you next time.